Good morning. Today, the world outside looks completely transformed, as if, overnight, nature decided to paint everything in shades of white. Northern England woke up to a rare November surprise, a thick white blanket of snow covering every rooftop, car, and garden. For many, it was a scene more reminiscent of midwinter than the tail end of autumn. Instead of the usual gray and damp autumn mornings, landscapes from the rolling Pennines to the picturesque Lake District are sparkling under a fresh, wintry coat. The countryside glistens in the early light, every tree branch and stone wall outlined in frost. This much snow, this early in the season, is highly unusual and has caught many off guard. People peer out of their windows in disbelief, watching as the familiar world is suddenly transformed. Gardens, cars, and streets are completely transformed, and the usual morning bustle is replaced by a peaceful hush. The thick snow muffles every sound, creating a sense of calm and wonder. Children are thrilled, rushing outside to build snowmen and throw snowballs, their laughter echoing through the crisp air. But for adults, the snow brings challenges. Commutes are disrupted, travel, plans are changed, and the daily routine is thrown into chaos as roads become slippery and cars are buried. In some areas, several inches have already fallen, making this a significant weather event for November. Snow drifts pile up against doors and fences, and people measure the depth in disbelief, sharing their findings with neighbors. The temperatures have plunged well below freezing, giving the region a taste of deep winter weeks ahead of schedule. Frost patterns decorate windows, and every breath hangs in the icy air. Even weather forecasters are surprised by the intensity and suddenness of this cold snap. Meteorologists scramble to update their forecasts, tracking the unusual weather patterns that brought this early snowfall. The snow sets the stage for a period of adaptation and preparation. People begin clearing paths, stacking firewood, and digging out winter coats and boots, bracing themselves for what could be a colder than average season ahead. Across the region, people are sharing stories, photos, and videos of this unexpected winter wonderland. Social media is filled with images of snow-covered streets and joyful moments as communities come together to marvel at the beauty and surprise of the day. The story of this chilly surprise is just beginning to unfold. As the snow continues to fall, northern England settles in for a day that will be remembered for years to come, a day when winter arrived early and the world was blanketed in white. This November is rewriting the weather script for northern England. Instead of the usual slow transition into winter, the region has been thrust into a deep freeze, catching many by surprise and forcing everyone to rethink what November means for the north. Normally we expect rain, wind, and the odd frost. Snow is rare and usually limited to the highest peaks. Most years, November is a month of gray skies, damp pavements, and chilly breezes, but nothing that truly signals the heart of winter. Now, towns and cities are blanketed, a clear break from the usual pattern. Streets that would typically be wet and muddy are now covered in thick layers of snow, transforming familiar landscapes into scenes more reminiscent of mid-January than late autumn. Daytime temperatures are barely above freezing, and nights are plunging well below zero. Residents are waking up to frosted windows and icy breath, layering up in winter coats and scarves much earlier than expected. The ground is frozen and the snow isn't melting, creating persistent icy patches. Sidewalks and driveways remain treacherous, and the usual morning routine now includes scraping ice from car windows and carefully navigating slippery steps. This isn't a fleeting cold snap. It's a sustained spell of true winter, weeks before the season officially begins. Snow continues to fall day after day, accumulating steadily and showing no signs of letting up. The scale and duration of this event are making it one for the record books. Meteorologists are comparing this November to some of the coldest on record, and headlines across the country are highlighting the historic nature of this early winter. Daily life is disrupted, from travel to work and school routines. Commuters face delays and hazardous roads, while children trudge through deep snow to reach their classrooms, turning everyday tasks into unexpected challenges. This early, aggressive start to winter is a sharp deviation from what we've come to expect. Residents are left marveling at the depth of snow, comparing it to the mild Novembers of recent memory, and realizing just how unusual this year has become. It's a reminder that weather can swing from one extreme to another. The UK's famously unpredictable climate is on full display, showing just how quickly conditions can change and how important it is to stay alert. Being prepared for the unexpected is more important than ever. Communities are coming together to clear paths, check on neighbors, and ensure everyone stays safe as the cold intensifies. This November will be remembered for its dramatic, early arrival of winter. The images of snow-covered towns and frozen fields will linger long after the season has passed, marking this year as a turning point in local weather history. The region is learning to adapt, fast. From new routines to community support, Northern England is showing resilience and resourcefulness in the face of an early and relentless winter. What's behind this sudden freeze that's gripped the UK, leaving streets icy and windows frosted over? Many are wondering why winter has turned so harsh, seemingly overnight. The answer lies with a powerful force high above us, the polar vortex, a phenomenon that shapes our winter weather in dramatic ways. The polar vortex is a vast mass of intensely cold air that sits over the North Pole. Normally it's held in place by the jet stream, a fast-moving ribbon of air that circles the globe and acts like a barrier, keeping the coldest air locked up in the Arctic. But this year, something unusual happened. The jet stream has weakened and dipped much farther south than usual, creating a pathway for Arctic air to surge down over the UK and much of Europe. This northerly flow means that air is traveling straight from the Arctic, racing across the tundra and sea, with no chance to warm up before it arrives. The result? Bitterly cold winds and a dramatic drop in temperatures. As this frigid air sweeps over the relatively warmer waters of the North Sea, it picks up extra moisture. When these moisture-laden clouds reach the higher ground inland, the air cools even further, causing heavy snow to fall, sometimes in blizzard-like conditions. That's why eastern and upland areas, like the hills of northern England and the moors of Yorkshire, are seeing the heaviest snowfalls, with drifts piling up and roads becoming impassable. It's important to remember, though, that this is a weather event, a short-term shift, rather than clear evidence of long-term climate change. Sudden cold snaps like this have happened before. Weather patterns naturally shift from year to year. Some winters are mild and wet, while others bring extreme cold and snow. The UK's climate is famously unpredictable. Still, scientists are closely monitoring the Arctic and the jet stream, trying to determine if changes in the far north are making these extreme events more frequent or intense as the climate warms overall. For now, though, it's the jet stream's unusual position that's brought this wintry surprise to our doorsteps, reminding us just how connected we are to the forces at work high above the Earth. Across northern England, life has changed overnight. In rural areas, farmers are up early, breaking ice and digging paths to reach livestock. Towns and cities are a mix of beauty and disruption. Children play, while adults face icy commutes and closed shops. Vulnerable residents, especially the elderly, may feel isolated by the snow and ice. Community spirit shines as neighbors check in, clear paths, and deliver essentials. Local businesses adapt, bakers see fewer customers, hardware stores sell out of shovels, and plumbers race to fix frozen pipes. Every part of daily life is touched by the weather, from postmen on slippery streets to cafe owners hoping for customers. Volunteer groups mobilize to help those most in need. The snow has brought both challenges and moments of joy. People are sharing stories of resilience and kindness. The region is united by this shared experience. Travel across northern England is in chaos. Major roads like the M62 and A66 are closed or delayed, despite gritters working non-stop. Rural routes are impassable, cutting off villages. Public transport is hit hard. Buses are cancelled, trains delayed by frozen tracks. Airports like Manchester and Leeds Bradford have suspended flights to clear runways. Passengers face long waits and uncertainty. Authorities urge only travel if absolutely necessary. Drivers are advised to clear all snow from the stan, check the snow for no trimmer cars, and carry emergency kits. Planning ahead and checking updates is crucial. The winter wonderland is beautiful, but travel requires caution and patience. For now, getting around is a real challenge. Schools across northern England have closed, prioritizing safety as roads and playgrounds turn hazardous. For parents, a snow day means juggling work and childcare, often at short notice. While children enjoy the unexpected break, families scramble to adapt. Many schools have switched to online lessons, but not all families have the resources for remote learning. Teachers and parents are working hard to keep education going amid the disruption. The decision to reopen depends on the weather and safety of school grounds. Site managers and caretakers are clearing snow and gridding paths. Local authorities focus on making routes to schools safe. Everyone hopes for a quick return to normal, but safety comes first. For now, the usual school routine is replaced by the quiet of snow. The community is adjusting, one day at a time. The snow day is both a challenge and a memory in the making. To understand this cold snap, let's look back. The winter of 2010 brought record-breaking cold and snow, with temperatures as low as -18. The beast from the east in 2018 delivered blizzards and bitter winds. This November's event is similar in origin: Arctic air and heavy snow, but less prolonged and intense so far. Recent Novembers were mild and wet, making this year's early winter even more shocking. The abrupt shift from mild autumns to deep winter is rare. Snow in mid-November, especially in towns and cities, is almost unheard of. The timing is what makes this event stand out. It's a reminder that UK weather can still surprise us, even in a warming world. This winter has started with a bang, catching everyone off guard. The lesson: expect the unexpected. With the cold set to continue, staying warm and safe is vital. Heat your main living space to at least 18 degrees, focusing on the rooms you use most. Dress in layers, and wear hats, gloves, and scarves outdoors. Hot meals and drinks help keep energy up. Gentle movement indoors boosts circulation. Check on elderly or vulnerable neighbors. Small acts of kindness can be life-saving. Prepare for power cuts. Keep a torch, blankets, and a hot drink ready. Know how to turn off your water supply in case of frozen pipes. Stay informed with weather updates and local news. Community spirit is key during challenging weather. Simple steps now can prevent bigger problems later. How long will this cold last? The Arctic air will dominate for a few more days. Expect more frosty nights, icy roads, and possible snow showers, especially in the north and east. Daytime temperatures will stay low, so the snow isn't going anywhere soon. But there's hope. By the weekend, the jet stream is set to shift, bringing milder Atlantic air. Temperatures will rise, and the deep freeze will ease. The transition may bring melting snow and surface water, so caution is still needed. Soon, the familiar colors of autumn will reappear as the snow melts. This cold spell is a reminder of winter's power, but it will pass. Let's enjoy the beauty, help each other, and appreciate the warmth of home. Brighter, milder days are on the way. For now, patience and preparation will see us through.